Hollywood legend Robert Redford, who starred in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, has always been extremely private about his personal life. However, at the age of 88, he has decided to talk about the person who was his true love and how their relationship influenced his path. Let's take a look at Redford's heartfelt admission over a career that has lasted more than 60 years. Robert Redford has had a profound influence on the film industry as an actor, director, producer, and founder of the Sundance Film Festival. In addition to his career accomplishments, Redford's life has been molded by close relationships and life events that have shaped who he is. As a teenager, Robert Redford, who grew up in Los Angeles before becoming well known, had a rebellious streak that frequently led him into trouble. He was a member of a high school gang and was notorious for his wild behavior, which included stealing beer from parties. Redford has acknowledged that he was agitated and unfocused despite his troublemaking ways. Redford had a strong anchor in his life during those years. His mother, Martha Hart, saw her son's potential and urged him to change his ways. Redford has frequently talked about how her love and support were crucial in helping to shape his life. Her faith in him enabled him to choose a new course in life, which ultimately resulted in his illustrious Hollywood career. However, Redford's life didn't change overnight. He had to overcome many obstacles, including the devastating death of his mother. When Redford was just 18, his mother, Martha Hart, died in 1955 from a hemorrhage brought on by a blood disorder that had developed after she tragically lost twin daughters at birth 10 years later. Redford has frequently talked about how much this loss affected him. His mother had been a source of love and support. Redford has stated that his mother's will to start a family was amazing, but she also played a significant role in helping him move past his rebellious youth and find a path towards a better future. Losing her at such a young age left him feeling devastated and struggling with a sense of unfairness about life. It came with serious dangers. Following a challenging pregnancy and delivery, physicians recommended Hart not to have any more children after giving birth to Redford, stating that another pregnancy may put her life in jeopardy. Despite this, Hart had aspirations of starting a big, loving family. Despite the possible risks, she decided to take the chance and got pregnant again. Unfortunately, this choice added to the health issues that finally caused her premature death. Redford believed that his mother's death was incredibly unfair and appreciated her bravery and sacrifices. Redford feels her influence and values remained a guiding force for him, although Martha Hart lived to see her son Robert become one of the most iconic figures in Hollywood, achieving international fame as an actor, director, and philanthropist. Her death not only left an emotional void, but also inspired him to consider her strength and resilience. In the midst of the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, Robert Redford's personal life has always captivated his followers. Despite his success and fame, one question remains: who was his real love? To find out, we must investigate. His potential provided him the foundation to pursue his aspirations even after she passed away. The important relationships that influenced Redford's journey, especially in the challenging years after his mother Martha Hart passed away when he was only 18 years old. During this time, Redford experienced a profound sense of loss and uncertainty, and he found solace and hope in a young Mormon woman named Lola Van Wagen. She would end up being his first love. They met while attending the University of Colorado, and their bond was quick and solid. Lola gave Redford security and compassion at a difficult period. When he was just 22 years old, the pair was married in 1958 when he was in dire need of both. Looking back on that period of his life, Redford said that there were a lot of valid reasons for his early marriage, but Redford has always talked with respect and appreciation. He also acknowledged that at the time, he thought it was a means to rescue his life since Lola offered him an opportunity to rebuild his life with love and purpose, escaping the chaos and anguish that followed the loss of his mother. Regarding Lola and her significance in his life, she was not only his first love but also a source of support and stability when he most needed it. Lola Van Wagen was unquestionably significant in Robert Redford's life. She supported him during his self-discovery, and their bond helped him develop into the person he would become once they were married. Redford's career took off, and he became one of Hollywood's greatest stars. He and Lola had 4 kids together, starting a family that served as the focal point of their existence. Their first child, Scott Anthony, was born in 1959, but tragedy struck when he died 2 months later from sudden infant death syndrome. The young couple was devastated by this tragic loss. However, it also strengthened them as they supported one another. In 1960, their daughter Shauna Jean was born, bringing them new joy. Shauna grew up to be a gifted artist, much like her father, and 10 years later, in 1997, their youngest daughter was born. Born in 1962, James, better known as Jamie, was the couple's second son and inherited his father's love of storytelling and filmmaking. Amy Hart also pursued a creative career, discovering her passion for acting and directing between their children. He turned into an activist and filmmaker, committing his life to causes he supported, especially those pertaining to health and the environment. The Redford family suffered yet another tragic loss in October 2020 when James died at the age of 58. James had fought liver disease for a large portion of his life before dying of liver cancer. His dedication to activism and filmmaking reflected Robert Redford and Lola Van Wagen's relationship was characterized by love and dedication, but it was not without its difficulties throughout the years. Their marriage saw increasing stresses, especially as Redford's acting career took off and he became well known, but juggling his family and his expanding career with the demands of public scrutiny made it harder for the couple to stay together. These difficulties, along with their divergent goals for their personal and professional lives, ultimately led to a drift between. After 27 years of marriage, the pair decided to part ways, which ultimately led to their divorce in 1985. In a 2001 interview with The Telegraph, Redford discussed their choice to get a divorce. Explaining, Redford said that the pressures of his rising Hollywood fame had caused considerable strain on their relationship over the years, and he saw it as a mutually necessary decision that he had wanted to resist. The stereotype of short-lived Hollywood marriages, Redford stated that he wanted to demonstrate that a marriage could last in spite of the demands of fame, and that he never wanted to become simply another divorce statistic in the entertainment business, which he believed to be predictable. However, he was eventually unable to, even though Redford and Lola dissolved their marriage amicably. Redford has since talked fondly about their relationship, highlighting the love and respect they had. They remained close, and their common emphasis on family helped to ensure that neither Scott's memory nor that of their 4 children, Shauna, Amy, James, would suffer as a result of their split. Them keep a friendly and encouraging relationship after the divorce. Redford recognized their accomplishment in adjusting to the new situation for the benefit of their kids. He said their relationship was great, and he thought they should be commended for managing it well, particularly since their kids handled the situation well. Following his divorce from Lola Van Wagen, Robert Redford fell in love once more with Sibylle Szaggars, a gifted painter and artist who has a strong love for the outdoors. When Redford first met Szaggars in 1996 at his Sundance Mountain Resort in Utah, Szaggars, who had come to the resort to ski, had no knowledge. Their connection started in an unexpected and charming fashion, demonstrating Redford's ability to connect with people beyond his fame. During a 2014 panel for the Young Art Salon, Szaggars reflected on how unprepared she felt when Redford asked her and a group of friends to dinner. Apprehensive since she didn't know much about Redford or his films at the time, she was going to meet one of Hollywood's most legendary actors. Fearing that Redford might discuss his career during their conversation, the action Szaggars hurriedly rented a number of his films prior to the meal, and she acknowledged that she had only seen 15 minutes of each over the course of 2 evenings in the hopes of learning enough to participate. To her joy and amazement, though, Redford never brought up his acting career. Redford has frequently talked about how his connection with Sibylle Szaggars seemed different from the start. One of the factors that made the relationship unique was that, in contrast to many others who could be enamored by Redford's legendary position, Sage was unfamiliar with his fame and profession and approached him as just another individual. Redford found great appeal in this sincere connection. He called the start of his relationship with Sibylle Szaggars wonderful, since it began with 2 individuals just meeting and bonding as human beings without being affected by achievement or recognition. For Redford, this was a welcome change. After more than 10 years together, Redford and Szaggars decided to tie the knot in July 2009 in a small, private ceremony at the opulent Louis C. Jacob Hotel in Hamburg, Germany, Szaggars' hometown. The intimate event reflected their desire to keep their personal lives out of the spotlight, and instead focused on one of the main things that makes Szaggars special to Redford is her profound appreciation for art and culture. Redford responds well to her understanding and love of creativity. Szaggars also plays a significant and supportive role in Robert Redford's life by contributing a unique perspective that complements his own interests and passions. Szaggars, a skilled visual artist with a career spanning more than 40 years, has always been drawn to artistic expression. The two have a similar perspective on the value of art in their lives, which fortifies their bond and enables them to support one another in their personal and professional endeavors. She uses a variety of artistic mediums, such as oil painting, photography, and performance art, to express her love of the environment and nature. Her works frequently demonstrate her dedication to environmental causes and her strong bond with nature, and she has been able to use her art to raise awareness of the value of protecting the environment. Numerous exhibits across the world, including at esteemed venues in Europe, Monaco, Peru, Singapore, Japan, and the United States, have featured her work. This international acclaim demonstrates not just her talent, but also her commitment to her art. Sibylle Szaggars is a significant character in the art world because of her ability to combine art with environmental consciousness. She is not only only an artist but also a supportive companion to Robert Redford. Encouraging him to pursue, Redford has talked about how crucial it is to have someone like Szaggars in his life, who recognizes the demands of creativity and the significance of remaining loyal to one's artistic vision. This includes his work as an actor, director, and environmental activist. Before becoming the well-known actor and director he is now, Robert Redford had a strong desire to be an artist, and she provides him with the support he needs to concentrate on his artistic endeavors while leading a healthy and satisfying personal life. He spent 18 months in Paris before becoming well-known, immersing himself in the art world and frequently sketching on pavements and making chalk drawings for tips. He was more interested in painting and sketching than in acting. Redford's dedication to his artistic career began even before he became famous, according to ADP, the magazine. His time in Paris helped him hone his artistic abilities and appreciation for creativity, and even though he eventually turned his attention to acting, his love of art never diminished and continues to play a big role in his life. Because of their mutual appreciation of one another's artistic endeavors, Redford and Szaggars have developed a close relationship. Additionally, Szaggars and Robert Redford share a strong and sincere passion for environmentalism, which is a major part of both of their lives. Sibylle Szaggars' art frequently expresses her concern for the planet and its future, with a lot of her paintings, photographs, and performances focusing on the natural world and the pressing need to address environmental challenges, the environment, and take steps to preserve it. Her art has raised awareness of environmental issues by fusing activism with creativity, enabling people to appreciate nature's beauty while also realizing how fragile it is. Szaggars' commitment to environmental causes goes beyond her artistic endeavors. She is a strong supporter of the environment, and her dedication to sustainable living is consistent with her views on the value of protecting the environment for coming generations. In her personal life, Szaggars has made decisions that are consistent with her values, such as encouraging eco-friendly behaviors and others to think about their environmental impact. Robert Redford has always had a close relationship with nature, dating back to his early years. In a 2020 People feature, Redford talked about how his love of the natural world started, describing a trip he took to Utah with his mother when he was a little boy, which inspired his lifelong admiration for the value and beauty of nature. His early outdoor experiences influenced his outlook on life and strengthened his dedication to environmentalism. His bond with nature has inspired him to collaborate with scientists, environmentalists, and activists. Both Szaggars and Redford are enthusiastic about bringing attention to the environmental problems that the world is now experiencing, and they both have the same objective of educating people about the detrimental impacts that humans have had on the environment and inspiring them to take action. Their mutual dedication to environmentalism has bolstered their relationship and brought them closer together, and it has also influenced a lot of their work as they both work to change the world through their activism and art. Redford environmentalism is not just a personal interest, it has played a significant role in his legacy throughout the years. Through his profession as an actor and director as well as his non-profit organization, the Redford Center, he has utilized his fame and influence to assist environmental concerns, which, along with his son James, focuses on making films and projects that support environmental sustainability and increase awareness of climate change. Despite the fact that Redford and Sibylle Szaggars did not have children together, Szaggars became a significant part of Redford's children's lives as a stepmother to his children from his previous marriage to Lola Van Wagenen. She supported Redford in his position as a father and helped him create ties with his kids, who greatly benefited from her love, support, and advice. She also shared in the family's joys and struggles.